Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A very special episode live in Studio C's, the birthday boy in the house. How you doing?
Hit the celebration button. Hit the celebration button.
Yeah. Wait till it hits right now. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's get funky nasty. What? I know you can't hear this. I got the people clapping.
What do you mean nasty?
It's about to get nasty in here.
Topics or what?
Great content. If you play with these, there's some fun ones.
What are you talking about?
I'm not. There's some good ones on here. Thank you so much for rocking with us. This is I Love You, Say It Back. It's a podcast. I'm your host, Vic D. That is my best friend in the whole wide world, Ceas. And you got a birthday coming up.
That's right.
That's right. So it's a very special episode. I'm glad you're with us.
It was yesterday.
Spending a little bit of time before you head off on your little soiree. Yeah, where you going?
Italy.
And nice.
Yeah.
Oh, rich kid.
Paris.
I need to get a mattress
Las
store myself.
Vegas. You know, they got the Paris, the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, that's right.
Vegas.
Well, if you go to Vegas, you can hit a lot of places. You can go to Paris. You can go to, where's the place that has the gondolas?
Taft.
Yeah, okay, Taft. You can also skydive.
Delano.
Yep, all the places.
All of it.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for rocking and rolling with us. You know, we're going over the show prep and kind of putting everything together. I don't mean to be a prisoner of the moment, but this may be the greatest podcast episode that anybody's ever heard.
That's probably it.
I'm not talking about I Love You, Say It Back podcast episode. I'm talking about like the greatest podcast that was ever put together.
Ever.
You heard right. We're going to be getting into a whole lot of things. Obviously, we just talked about Ceas's birthday. I got some strong thoughts and opinions on this whole Zach Bryan situation that there's a lot of people who seem to be really fearful of talking about. There's something I learned about Bakersfield, a service, if you will, that is available to everyone. Ceas, you were with me this night where the waitress took my food away at Yard House before I was done eating.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
But it was the most, like, what do you do in that situation? We'll get into that. Sexiest man alive. Congrats, John Krasinski, a.k.a. Jim Halpert. Nintendo's going to be returning in 2025. We got to shut the fuck up of the week and how couples are now trying to save their marriages or relationships. And we'll get into all that. Before we do, I want to give a big shout out, big love, Define 8's Big Love. Rev Nutrition all over Bakersfield, east, north, the west, south. There's one near you. Mention the podcast. Get you 20% off your entire order. Rev Nutrition. Ceas saw me chug it. I do not do a podcast without it.
It's true.
The reason why you hear this brilliance coming out of my mouth, I was like, man, this guy's really sharp. It's not me. It's the Define. And that could be you too. Ceas, that could be you. But instead you decide to go do other things outside.
Yeah, in the bathroom stalls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Meet me here at 12. Like, it was that Dumb and Dumber scene. Anyways, also brought to you by the Mattress Space Furniture Outlet. Buck Owens Boulevard. Take the floor.
Take the floor?
Take the floor. Is that what the saying is?
The floor is yours.
The floor is yours. Take the floor. It's your birthday. You can have the whole damn floor. You can have whatever you want.
The whole damn floor.
Yep, take it.
I'm going to say that we got a pretty good deal right now. Bedroom sets, 4-piece, $497. Mention the podcast, and we probably won't give you shit.
But the deal is good.
But the deal is that great.
What more do you want?
Me to, yeah.
You know what you should do?
What?
Is make it 500, and then if you mention the podcast,
you get $3 off?
Yeah, $397 or $497.
Actually, you know what's funny is we did get a listener that came in and literally off the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
did she buy anything?
Hell yeah, she did.
All right.
Good customer right there.
Shout out, listener.
Shout out.
Love you. Say it back. Let's get into the show. Actually, you know what? Before we do, I got something special for you. See, it is your birthday, and I don't mean to be rude, and I just want to get this.
You got me something?
I got you something. I'm going to put the mic down for just 1 second as I prepare this. If you're watching on YouTube, side note, I haven't been posting these on YouTube just because we had
legality,
some stuff with some stuff
with HR.
I think this is the one that we are going to upload. So, happy birthday, Ceas.
Thanks, man.
It is your birthday, and I got you a little...
That's crazy, because I like chocolate cake, but...
Yeah. You know what's funny, Ceas?
No. Wow.
is that it was between this and chocolate, and I was like, this one just seems a little more birthday-y. And
I'm
I've
not gonna
never seen
lie.
you eat chocolate.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually vanilla cake is my favorite of the two. So thanks, man.
So if you're wondering if I
If
really
you're
knew
wondering, he left the price tag on it. He doesn't have the candles out just yet. The candles say 2. I am turning
I
47.
just realized I did leave the price tag on
That's
it.
crazy. It's crazy that we turned it my way too.
You got to know how much I spent on this shit, man.
Man, those candles are at least working out so far. TJ Maxx candles.
These got me in a pretzel right now.
I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go. We'll just do one for celebratory purposes. Got a lighter and everything.
Is this one of those trick sparkler candles?
Yeah, there's gonna be a naked man coming out of here.
Really?
Happy birthday, Ceas.
Thanks, man.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Just check the price tag. See.
I was gonna say,
Hold on.
in case
before
you're wondering
you do,
at home, he spent $3.99 on this, and he put it upside down, so he thought I would think that he spent $66.30. But no, pal, you flip this upside down. It says Albertsons. This shit expired yesterday. You got this shit on 50% off. God damn. Well, to friends.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Nah, we're gonna skip through all that. That shit's just sad when somebody's singing it, just one person.
No, I want you to sit there and listen and
right.
look at the camera
Everybody,
awkwardly.
the entire time.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ceas. Happy birthday to you. Blow me. Blow that thing. Huh? You heard.
Right.
Go ahead.
I thought I heard
Happy
something.
birthday, man.
Thank you, man.
You didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I heard stuff, so I'm gonna head out. It was cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna take this to go. You already got it in the to-go container.
There you go. That you
Thank
can have
man.
that.
I can have it. I hope so.
I
I
have
thought you were
forks.
gonna take this shit back.
I have forks in the kitchen.
You got any tape to tape this back up? I have the receipt still.
I'm gonna return that.
Take the candle
I
back
need
out
my-
and cover the frosting back up.
I want my $66.
Thanks, man.
back.
I don't think I got you a cake ever, so you know what? Thank you. I appreciate
Not this
it.
kind of cake.
All right. Well, we're gonna keep it moving right along to our next segment.
No, actually, second part
Speaking
of
of
your
behinds, what's your next segment right
part
there?
of your birthday gift is. So here's a fun fact. Ceas is truly like my best friend, my oldest friend, my like what was it, like 8 years old, 9 years old?
Yeah.
So just a quick story on how we met is our sisters were best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And one day his sister invited my sister over to her house, and she's like, well, I have a little brother. And she's like, and my sister was like, well, I have a little twerp too. And so we went, and what was our bond? What was our bonding thing?
Dude, this motherfucker pulls up and he's like, dude, you got a Nintendo 64? I was like, fuck yeah, I got a Nintendo 64. And then I was like, you drink? I was like, dude, I drink. Like, It was good times, man. We were
Vodka,
8, but you know,
whiskey?
it was the 90s. It was crazy times.
No, but Nintendo 64, Pokemon Stadium,
That's right. Super
And
Smash Brothers,
Super Smash Brothers,
Mario Kart, all that shit.
Mario, yeah, everything. And we would like, it was hours. It was just like, it was nonstop action. It was fun. So it's exciting because Nintendo, this is a true story. I'm not making this up. Nintendo 64 is returning next year, 2025, with a 4K version of the console. And they're returning a lot of their big games. So I'm saying we need to get this. We need to get this, and we need to like live stream some of the games that we used to play on the podcast.
Exactly.
That would be so sick.
I'd put that on a credit card right now.
Yeah.
Max it out.
I'd go half.
I got a $250 limit. Take the whole thing.
Mine is also $250, but $2.50.
Mine's $250.
So that's great news. Nintendo, that's exciting. It's a little bit. It's like
Yeah,
a little
you know
birthday
what?
gift for you.
Yeah.
A little
So you are
throwback.
going to get it.
Okay. Yeah, I am. I wanted to talk about this, and this is a little bit more on the serious note. But have you guys been keeping up with this Zach Bryan stuff? Before we get into like all the fun stuff of the show, I have something really serious that I need to say about this whole situation, because there's a lot of people who are just kind of watching this and just kind of staying quiet about it. And look, I understand that all the facts are out or whatever, but I feel like I know enough. And look, I'm just gonna say this too: if I turn out to be wrong or something comes out against this, I'll have no problem walking it back or saying, you know, like, hey, I was wrong. And I can say that because I feel so strongly about the core principle of this whole story. If you haven't kept up with it, the story came out. There's a chick who worked for Barstool, or Barstool Sports, who was dating Zach Bryan. Obviously, like, mega superstar in country. I was truly one of his biggest fans. His story, the way he turned down like record labels, he didn't want to do it. He wanted to do it his way. Respect. I loved him. I loved his music. I love his sound. I love his voice. I love so much about his music and his story. I was one of his biggest fans. Then this story comes out, and I totally think that this is POS, piece of shit behavior. So the story goes, she basically was dating him. They broke up. He offers her $12 million. $12 million, folks. If you think about the amount of money that is, for that hush money, that is nothing to like play about. When you talk about like these other like millionaires and all the like $12 million exceeds so many of the other hush money things that you've heard about like in the past.
How much would you pay in hush money?
It depends how many demons I was trying to hide. And
how
think
many
about
demons
it. So
would you have for 12 mil?
She had proof that he's offered, or his people have offered her $12 million to stay quiet. Money that girls in the past have accepted. Here's the difference. She works for Barstool. She has a podcast with Dave Portnoy. And he's like richer than Zach Bryan. He can offer her that money. He'd be like, you know what? I'll give you this much. You shut up. We talk about it. We expose this POS, right? So if you're not familiar with the story, he was basically like a giant narcissist, right? He was one of these guys who was trying to manipulate, gaslight. He was trying to take her away from her job. He was trying to take her away from her family, separate her from her friends. Anytime that she had something that she wanted to do, fun with her friends, her family, whatever, he was trying to like ruin the moment. He was trying to be like, nah, you're there. Like, I'm going to ruin this moment that you were so excited for because it has nothing to do with me. He was making her take down pictures on Instagram. I don't want you wearing that. I want you to take that down. Only post this, wear this. Dude, the crazy psychotic behavior that you absolutely don't want out if you are a person in his position. To me, it's as simple as if he offered the money, he offered the $12 million. What are you trying to hide? That's a lot of money. If you would have said 1 million, I would have been like, that is insane. What kind of demons is he hiding?
$12 million?
12 effing $million. And here's what bothers me the most. I think people who paint this perfect image of themselves, they want to, hey, I'm this person. I'm writing songs about this and love and how I got my heart broken. You cheated on your wife. You did all these things that are out on the internet. You can't pretend to be this perfect figure and this perfect person while also being a giant POS. You can pick one or the other, but you can't be both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I've known too many people in situations that, people around town. I'm going to paint this perfect image of myself. I want everybody to think I'm a nice guy. I want everybody to think I'm a nice person, all about the community, all about this and all about the right things. And I go to church and I go to here and I go to community service and I do all these things. And y'all don't know the grimiest things that they've done. And fortunately, a lot of them have not been to me, but I'm aware of the things that he's done that to other people. So my point in this whole thing is I'm fully aware of people in power who abuse people, think about how many women are in relationships like this, but they can't speak out. They're not in positions of power the way that she was. So when you get someone who's in a position of power who speaks up, I love that shit. I love it. Like, don't just be like hush money. To me is such a effed up thing. It's like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna get away with it just because I can pay him off. And the stories have come out about their exes because they've accepted the hush money because they weren't in positions that she was in. She was already famous. She already worked with somebody who can double that money or whatever it was. So she's in a position where she can speak out. She can expose these things. And I love that because there's so many women out there that are trapped in these situations. And a lot of them can't only not speak about it, they can't leave these situations. They're afraid to get out and be like, if I leave this situation, it's going to be a whole lot worse for me. I might as well just stay in it, be miserable, be sad. And when she described, this was the part that got me, man. I'm not a person who plays the guessing game on your mood, on your, I'm truly... See, one of the things that I love about you and our friendship, I know that not every day is a great day. Nobody has every day, but like when we get together, it's like I know he's like it's gonna be laughs. I never have to guess. Oh, I hope he's in a good mood today. And I have people in my life like that. I do not play that game. I do not like that. If it's not your fault or why I'm feeling shitty or why I'm having a shitty day, if I agree to hang out with you, I'm not gonna take it out on you. You know what I'm saying? So when she said some days he'd be so like standoffish, I'm not going to respond, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm going to be manipulative, and I'm going to ruin your day. And then the next morning he'd wake up and be like, baby, I'm sorry, baby. That is the vicious cycle. That is literally like psychopath narcissist behavior. I'm going to do this and that, and when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to make it all better, and just repeat that cycle over and over and over and over. And that to me is pathetic. And I love that she called it out. Again, if there's evidence that comes out against this and it's like, oh, Zach Bryan, it was all lies, I'll come back on here and I'll be like, I apologize, Zach Bryan. I had no idea, like, whatever. But my point remains, like, I'm not wrong, or I don't regret saying what I'm saying. If I'm wrong in that particular case, then I'm wrong in that particular case. But I still believe and I love when women feel empowered to leave a toxic situation, to leave a toxic relationship, or whether that's a relationship, whether that's work, whether that's a family situation, whatever situation that you are in that you feel you need to leave. There's a lot of times, look, I can give a real personal example, but I said one little thing about a particular situation that I was in. I had dogs in my DMs, and by dogs in my DMs, I mean like people that were close to the situation who knew what I was talking about, and they're like, oh, you don't want to say this. You don't want to anger that thing. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you don't understand. I decided to leave that situation. If I was worried about keeping that, I wouldn't have said it. I walked away. But I'm not in the position to give away details, exactly because I know there's bridges that can be burned for me. And I've seen the things that can be done to other people, like manipulating situation. You can't talk about being a like lover, the community, and this and that, while also being grimy in the way you carry your business. I cannot stand that. But you want to paint this picture of perfection. I saw a lot of that with Zach Bryan, where it's like, oh, just this guy who's this, you know, if you're gonna be a piece of shit, you can be a piece of shit. You know, that's cool. Like that, then people can decide on their own if they want to like you or not. But you can't paint this picture of, I'm a great guy, I'm a great musician, I love, you know, loving music and sweet guy, and then also be this guy behind closed doors and then try to pay someone off to shut up. Hey, I know I ruined a lot of your life, a lot of your great moments, a lot of your celebration. I tried to take you away from your job. I tried to take you away from your friends. Basically he wanted to make her feel as if she had nothing else. And that's the manipulative gaslighting situation shit. You can't do that, and that really bothered me. So whether I'm right or wrong on this particular case, the point stands, and I hope and I wish that more women and people in general, men, women, or children, felt more empowered to speak out against, in this particular case, her abuser. And I had to say that off my chest because I don't think I'm alone when I say that I've been in situations like that. And you got to just, you know, I feel like sometimes I put up with things too long, and I look back and that's my only regret. Like I should have done something about that particular situation sooner, and I didn't speak out, and that's my only regret. So good for her, and good for anybody who's ever spoken up, because I know it's not an easy thing. So let's move on to, speaking of shitty people and shitty situations, Doug. So this is a true story. We were at a Yard House the other night watching Monday Night Football, which, by the way, Ceas hit. He took Miami money line at plus healthy. 130, daddy.
That's right.
Very great bet. I love it.
Paid off my college tuition.
Yeah, it feels fantastic.
It feels amazing.
There's nothing like a great hit. But so I ran into my cousin there, and she was telling me she's very familiar with the downtown situation. I didn't know. Here's what I learned. Did you know that there is what they call a poop patrol in downtown Bakersfield? I don't know if it's all over Bakersfield, but it's literally called the Poop Patrol. And folks, it's exactly what it sounds like. Poop Patrol. What would you think? Oh, I see. Okay, so we have a downtown homeless situation problem, right? There's a lot of homeless. And well, when you're homeless, what do? You got to go anywhere that you can't be like, oh, let me go home and use the restroom. So when they go to the bathroom in the middle of the street, these businesses can call this number and literally call and be like, hey, can y'all come pick up this poop? And you got to
shit up.
you got to like drop a
Drop a hint?
Drop an address. Exactly. It's going to be on the left side of this building on 24th. But they ask you to like leave.
You call in.
You call the number, and she said that they were quick. Like
there's a
like
phone number that you call.
10-15 minutes. Yeah. Should we give the number?
I was gonna. I wonder if we should call right now.
Oh my gosh. I don't think we can. I don't think we can call the number right now because I think it's only operating at certain times.
Well, I mean, people got to shit all the time. Yeah. Like 1 a.m, I can't report a shit. Bum shitting in the. I mean, what if he shits on after hours?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
There's loopholes to this.
That's just gonna be there. That's gonna.
I just gotta hold my shit till they're off work. Nobody's gonna answer the phone.
But by that time in the morning, it'll dry up. It'll be easier to pick up. But it says, here's the funny thing. It says,
listen to this shit.
I'm not joking. It says, please leave a detailed message.
What?
Like, what am I supposed to do? Describe this thing. This thing's a solid.
This one's a runner.
This gentleman definitely had corn before.
Jesus Christ.
Are those peanut?
I think he had Chipotle.
The cilantro.
How would you detail? Yeah, that's what you would do? You would detail what he ate?
Yeah, well, you can be like, it's a little watery. I don't know. This guy definitely had some milk.
And like,
he's lactose intolerant for sure.
Well, it's a brisk 76 degrees right now. I see him right now just splattering his shit all over the wall. Yeah, he's going to be right underneath the Bakersfield sign. Blue sweater.
Imagine just watching it in action and just being like, I'm calling
Poop Patrol.
Yeah, I'm not calling the cops. I'm calling Poop Patrol on you right now.
What do? Just pull your pants up and run off? Like, no, don't call.
At that point, you got to finish.
Like, motherfucker, I'll wait till after hours.
Or you got to do the thing where, did you ever do that thing where you're like, you know how when a dog...
The what?
Me and my cousins did this dumbest shit. I don't know if it's real or not. Whenever you saw a dog taking a poop, it'd be like lock fingers, and then you pull, and the poop would get stuck. You never did that? Me and my cousins did that. I don't know why, but that shit worked. Be like, hey, you're taking a poop, and then we like lock fingers, and then it like pull hard, and then the poop would get stuck.
We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, real quick. What the fuck? You and your cousins, huh?
Yeah.
That's wild. You know what? I'm gonna Google that one too.
I'm so serious. Somebody out there had to do it and know exactly what I'm talking about.
I sure hope so.
DM me, please, so I don't feel alone. So we should do that next time we see a homeless person pooping. Cease, give me your finger, lock it in.
Interlock fingers, no man.
And then things just swinging on, a little columpio.
All right.
Well, so yeah, Poop Patrol is a real thing. Should we give them the number?
Club. Yeah, put that fucking number.
If you're in Bakersfield, it honestly, it's kind of a community. It's kind of a PSA.
A public service announcement.
Poop Patrol 661-326-3444.
Wait, where did she get the number? What if this is like a friend's phone number and it's just full of shit, and then they're anticipating us calling them?
No, because they actually like
have done it on the fucking bulletin board somewhere.
I'm just saying, maybe I'll just drop my number and be like,
we're gonna call that. We're gonna call it.
Y'all hiring?
Tomorrow. I need somebody.
What are these? That's got to pay more than minimum wage. There's no way anybody's signing up for that at like.
But how do you tell people
17 an hour?
How would you tell somebody that that's what your job is? I work for PP.
Yeah, I work for PP.
What the fuck is PP?
Well, like
Poop
PHP.
When a bum shits in the middle of the road and you need a cleanup crew. That's me.
I thought she was making it up when she said it. She's like, I had to call Poop Patrol, and she said it like so casual. I was like, oh, I thought that was like a TV show my nephews watched.
Oh, that's Paw Patrol, yeah.
Man, Paw Patrol, Poop Patrol.
Poop Patrol, same shit. They got the same logo.
Yeah. But yeah, Poop Patrol, real thing. So going back to this story that we were talking about, like, so we were at Yard House on Monday. This is a 100% a true story. I even posted about it on my... It's funny the things that take off and get responses versus like, sometimes you post something, you're like, this is going to do numbies or this is going to smack. and then it does nothing. And then you post something that you're just like, this is gonna do nothing, and then it just pops off. Folks, this is a true story, and it's the most awkward situation I've ever been in. Not ever, but so I ordered for us. I got the nachos and I got the sliders. And if you ever had the nachos at Yard House, one, they're fantastic, but it's a massive portion. It is just a giant portion of nachos. So I started working on those because you want to knock those out quick because they start to get soggy. So then they bring out the sliders, and by that time I'm like low key, probably like 70% full. So then I get to work on the sliders. I have like 1 or 2. They come in like 5 or 6. I don't know. So anyways, I leave the 3 on there, and then I'm just kind of like going back to the nachos, just kind of watching the game as the night goes on. There's a point where the lady, and keep in mind, I usually don't do leftovers. Either I'm planning on eating them there, and then just if there's leftovers, then I just leave it there, or like I'm gonna finish the whole thing. But this particular time, the waitress came over, the server came over, and she's like, "Do you guys need boxes to go?" And I was like, "No," because in my head, I'm like, I'm still nibbling on this stuff. She literally grabs like the 2 sliders that I had left that I was munching on, and she just up and like leaves it. Where did she take it? She took like the bottom drawer, like, and you're like,
she dumped him.
You want to go fetch it,
Yeah,
boy.
go fetch these from the fucking dumpster pile.
And what do you do in that situation? Because she took it so assertively. Mm-hmm. What am I supposed to do? Hey, no, like, because that's embarrassing.
Take it easy.
Yeah, hey, that's my meal for the week. What am I, like, I don't know. You look like a total fat boy. Be like, hey, give me those back. Give me that back.
I'm done with those.
I'm not done. In fairness, and the reason why I didn't make like a bigger deal about it is, one, we have friends there. They treat us well all the time. But 2, it's like, in her defense, the sliders had been kicking it there for quite a bit. So it wasn't like, she saw me munching on it or working on it, which is why I was like, I get it why she did it.
What if she took them home?
We saw exactly where she took them right away. Like, but I didn't know what to do. And there's this social media trend going on right now. Have you seen this? Absolutely hilarious. We got to get like one of our server friends to do this. We got to go somewhere to eat. And then they're taking the food of the people as they're literally in the middle of like bites or clearly not done.
I know what you're talking about.
Hilarious. Clyde Edwards, hilarious.
They make them pull the plate out.
Yeah, pull the plate.
Like when they're obviously fucking with it.
Yeah, someone's like in the middle of eating their wing. They're like, all right, thank you guys so much. Is there anything else I can get for you guys?
Maybe that's what she did to you.
That's what I thought, but she never gave it back.
That's true.
I was like, maybe this is kind of a sick joke. And because, we have friends there, so maybe they're like, oh, someone maybe put them up to it.
So were you waiting for the camera to pop out the whole time to be like, it's just a joke?
I was like, Ceas, please tell me this is a joke. Please tell me you put them up to it. I was like,
nah, she dumped that shit out.
She took it straight to that thing.
That shit went straight to the dumpster.
Into that nasty black tray.
And you said,
I was even contemplating I was going to ask our boy over there. I'd be like, those haven't been touched, have they?
I mean, you guys nobody touches the dumpster, do they? I mean, nobody.
You guys clean those things out daily.
I mean, you
right?
guys call Poop Patrol daily, don't you?
There's no homeless issues here. You guys, that's fine. I'll take those right back. Imagine if I did. What if I was like, hey, I wasn't done with those. I'm going to need them back. They did. Our other server did ask. She's like, are you still hungry? Like, we'll take care of it. And I was like, that's definitely a sign that my fat ass needs to stop.
She said, oh, you're still hungry? Or did she say like, oh, are you still hungry?
Oh, you wanted more?
You were still hungry?
After all those nachos?
Oh, I thought you made quite a dent in those.
It is embarrassing, too, because I got there before you did, and I ordered for you.
She brought out 6 plates?
No, it's always embarrassing. She's like, all right, what can I get for you? And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do the nachos. Just basically give me the whole happy hour menu. I was like, I want the nachos. I want the sliders.
All of the above.
And then she like stops my, she's like, all right, we'll take care. And I was like, wait.
And I'll have.
I was like.
And I think for my entree, I'll have.
and a pepperoni pizza.
And that should cover up the appetizers.
And then for my entree.
And we can get started with those, and I'm going to look over the menu for the entrees.
It's kind of I was really self-conscious that night. And yeah, it all started with ordering for you and trying to be like, all right, well, she really did pause. I was like, sliders and nachos. And you want to know what the sad part is? I cut down on my order that day. I usually, you know this, I go sliders.
Yeah.
I go sliders, nachos, and I do like the
whole hour is happy.
The whole time your boy's happy. And I do like the chicken crisper things.
Okay,
like,
those will be coming right out.
And then she's like, all right, we'll take care. And then I was like, wait, Willie Mays. But wait, there's more. And
Billy Mays?
Is it Willie Mays? Billy Mays?
No, Willie Mays is the baseball player. Billy Mays is the...
kind of fucked up that they're... Okay,
it's pretty fucked up that you're comparing Billy Mays to... But wait, there's more. But hold on. Okay, anything else?
Yeah. So, yeah, I was self-conscious and...
But maybe it was like a self-reflection thing, you know? Maybe you should get so much happy hour stuff.
I got to change my shut the fuck up of the week.
All right. It's changing instantly.
But yeah, like, what do you do in that situation? I don't know. Are you supposed
you know
to
what you have to do? I'll tell you exactly what you do. Next time, you tell her almost immediately. So by then, she dumped it out, and then you get a fresh plate of food. You get to take it to go. But you went,
I took it as a sign, dog.
You
for
did.
real.
I would have just been like, yo, the fuck, my food.
I'm paying for that, and you just took it away from me.
Well, put on a tip right there. Put a negative. Deduct half the sliders off your...
My total came out like $48. I'd be like, tip, negative 48.
I would actually like some money deposited in my account.
Negative 50. Yeah, go ahead and put that in there. Right back on the same card that I paid with.
Huh?
You ready to get into the shut the fuck up of the week?
I'm still don't have it. Oh, actually, I mean, yeah, if you're relating to work.
Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I think you lead the way.
Okay. Here's my shut the fuck up of the week.
What is it?
I watched another one of these like reports that they do on like elderly homes, or what are they called?
Reports on elderly
retirement homes, or where the elderly homes, like, you know, where the older people hang out.
Mm-hmm. Retirement homes,
right?
Mm-hmm.
I did one of those, and they did a awesome story on this beautiful, wonderful lady who is turning 104 years old.
Damn.
Some of you guys may have seen this. And it always bugs the crap out of me. These people are awesome. They live great lives. They did everything that they wanted. And at that point, when you're turning 104, there's no consequences to what you say because you've already made it to that point. Everything that happened, embarrassment, shame, heartbreak, excitement, whatever, you've already gone through it. You're already at this point. So I feel like they always kind of give a little bit of BS advice because they're done. They already did it. But my shut the fuck up of the week is these old people in the retirement homes when they ask them, and what's the natural question always? What's the secret to living?
It's the secret to living at 104 years old.
What's the secret to living this long?
What is it?
And they always go like, peck of cigs and a Dr. Pepper. I hate, shut the fuck. You cannot be telling people that that's a secret to longevity. And she also added, she's like, and I've been single for my whole life. And I'm like, yo, is, look, that is not like, that. Like, I feel like that's not a recipe for longevity. You talk about like loneliness, cigarettes, and high amounts of caffeine and sugar that is like not great for you. So she's talking about like, I have 3 cans of Dr. Pepper every day in a pack of Marlboro Reds. And they're like, isn't that the sweetest thing ever? It's like, shut the you cannot be telling people that is not the secret to life. You are one out of like 500,000. For every one of you, there is 1 million people who died prematurely doing the exact same thing. So all these people are like, yeah, we made it, we did it. Shut the fuck up. You cannot be telling people, like, I'm so over this.
Damn.
These reports are something else, man.
There really is always some fucked up shit that they do. I remember there's always one that eats a shitload of chocolate for some reason. She lives in the fucking Willy Wonka factory, just guzzles that shit, and she's like 118.
Yeah, exactly.
Her fucking face is all decrepit and shit, though. Yeah, she looks like a piece of, yeah.
Poop Patrol.
Yeah, call the pee-pee on her.
wonder if can you call Poop Patrol at retirement homes?
Retirement home? Oh, we should go. Give them the address of the retirement home.
How many times a day do you guys call Poop Patrol? They're, sir, it's our job.
We're here every day.
Hey, someone called Poop Patrol the what's an old person named like Chester in room 18 did it again. They were like, what the hell are you calling us out here? This is your job. They're like, you got to change his diaper. Poop Patrol.
Agnes is at it again.
Agnes. I remember I did one time like a top like old people names. Agnes was on there. Chester was on there.
Ingrid.
Ingrid. Yeah. Ingrid is like super old, and then it made like a slight comeback, like with the young people. Like
that's true.
Ingrid's kind of a hot name. It's kind of a hot girl name.
It's my grandma's name.
I rest my case.
And like I said,
is she still at that retirement?
She called the pee-pee. Moving on.
Well, I'm trying to think of like old people names. It was a great segment. It was like one of the best things that people got mad on the internet. They were like, that's my grandfather's name. And I'm like, well, no, I'm sorry. This isn't personal, but you're literally proving my point.
Yeah, but he is pretty old.
Chester, Ernest. You think of any other ones?
No.
No. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that on another podcast, like
Bartholomew?
Top 5. Bartholomew.
No, that's just an Amish name.
That's just. Is it Amish?
Fuck yeah,
it's like Brazilian.
Bartholomew? What the fuck?
Not very cultured. I need a pen. I'm not crossing out any of these things.
Map.
Pen is the last thing I need. I got all these Skittles that I haven't even gotten into.
I haven't even guzzled these.
Okay. What do we got? Sexiest man alive.
You wrote all
Jim
those down?
Halpert.
Guy from The Office.
Mm-hmm. Now I see why I haven't been into him.
What?
What do you think? You agree? World sexiest man. I have a problem with People Magazine sexiest problem.
I think they make those I thought they made those as a joke.
Mm-mm.
No?
100% real.
Really? Who votes or like who says these people?
Well, here's the thing. It's like, what's the criteria?
Yeah.
Because the people who they vote, who they nominate, I can give you 5 guys off the top of the dome. Like, without even thinking.
What?
5 sexier guys than Jim Halpert. And I have no issue with Jim Halpert winning it. I think it's way more credible.
Why can you rapid fire
than the year that Blake Shelton won it. The year that Blake Shelton won it, yes. His old weird, like, I always have, like, I call it my walking down the street theory. If he wasn't famous, if he couldn't sing, if he couldn't nothing, if you saw him walking down the street, would you think anything with Blake Shelton? Absolutely not. Just you'd be like, oh man, this guy's tall.
This guy looks like he's from Rosedale.
His hair is ugly. His style is boring. Like there's nothing flashy. There's nothing
Gwen
like
Stefani.
Exactly. But if he wasn't a singer, if he wasn't like famous,
probably work at Lowe's.
Yeah, exactly. Let's say Blake Shelton worked at Lowe's. Is he sexiest man alive?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not, Dad. Absolutely not. But that's where like what's the criteria for sexiest man alive? What is it? Because I'll tell you right now, just off the top of the head, and this is in no particular order. In fact, I'm going to give you more than 5.
List.
Here's actually, you know what? Let me tell you the nominees.
In a particular order?
They're not. But look at this. These are the people who were nominated for it. Okay, like these are not my. This is not my list. This is the ones who they were picking from. Glenn Powell, who I would tell you, just off sexiest man alive, just off like pure aesthetic, Glenn Powell is hotter than Jim Halpert. Do you know who Pedro Pascal is?
Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite?
No, close. He's cute too. He's cute too, but not as Pedro Pascal. I don't remember what movies. He's one of the dudes in Narcos.
I do know who that is.
He's a stud, dude. He's got this little Latin flavor to him. I love that shit. Jeremy Allen, I think it's White, his last name. He's the perfect example of what the hell I'm talking about. I'm not joking. That's the kind of dude like in high school that you kind of bullied. You're like, you're a weird looking fella. And you know what I'm saying? Like Jeremy Allen White. Did you look him up? He's the dude from The Bear.
He looks like the old Willy Wonka.
He looks like
literally. Does he not?
Yeah.
They've even put it side by side.
Absolutely.
Really
Holy crap.
Put the side by side and you'll see it.
Yeah, he does look like the old. Like so
Shameless, that's what he's on.
So what I'm talking about, and he did that show The Bear. That's where he really got like hot. So they took this guy. I'm pretty sure he's a really good actor. I haven't watched any of his work. So obviously he's talented, and they just said, "Hey, hit the weight room, get on this diet, get shredded." But you can't fix that face, bro. The boy has a weird looking face.
He's got that Willy Wonka face.
Yeah, exactly. And here's where you want to talk about like where you lost me. Benny, is it Bianco? I thought it was Benny Blanco. Benny Bianco. It's this Selena Gomez's boyfriend.
Oh goddamn, Andre the Giant.
He was a mini Andre the Giant. He was nominated for Sexiest Man Alive. So what is the criteria, folks?
Yeah.
It's not about Sexiest Man Alive.
He got nominated?
He got nominated. He didn't win. But I'll tell you right now.
Clearly.
Glenn Powell's hotter than him. Pedro Pascal, hotter than him. These two, I don't know what's going on. The criteria is not who is the most attractive man. Who's the sexiest man alive. Change the criteria. Who's the hottest in Hollywood? Who is the coolest right now? Who is the it guy right now? Who does everybody want in their movies? Who is the, like, I'll put Ryan Reynolds in this. Here's my list.
It's a big one.
Tell me where you agree or disagree. Do you know who Riley Green is?
Country artist, right?
Yep. Google him. Stud. He's a dad.
Okay.
Glenn Powell, who we just mentioned, I'd put him on there. Pedro Pascal, I'd put him on. I keep saying this, and for like the 4th year in a row, he makes my list. Nick Bosa.
You say for the 4th year in a row he made your list?
Yeah. Okay. I think I have like a sick thing with him. When you talk about, he plays for the 49ers, and oddly enough, there's 3 49ers on this list. I'm not even a 49ers fan.
You are now.
Sam Hunt, who, if we're just talking about like aesthetic, like I'm going to post some pictures of Sam Hunt. You can't tell me this isn't one of the hottest guys on earth. Christian McCaffrey.
It's another 49er.
Shout out Stanford. And Fred Warner, linebacker, San Francisco 49ers.
You put a linebacker on your sexiest man list?
Yeah.
All right.
You can kind of see where my mind is.
Yeah.
Football players, singers.
It's looking like those skills.
Who was it? It was Eric last time we did this last year. Because I do this list every year. I update my personal sexiest men alive. And Eric was like, bro, you definitely got a type. He's like looking, he's Googling everybody. He's like, damn, bro. He's like, you got a type. And I was like, holy hell. I think I kind of do have a type.
That's cool.
Handsome stud muffins, athletic, or can sing. But you talk about Riley Green, jacked. Glenn Powell, jacked. Pedro Pascal got the little Latin flavor, dad. Nick Bosa, jacked, athletic. Sam Hunt can sing and jacked. He was a former high school or college quarterback. Christian McCaffrey.
Is this a wish list or what is this?
This is my my top list. This is my Christmas list.
This is your diary. What the fuck?
Fred Warner. Fred Warner's also.
Why you got your Skittles above this entire list right here?
And this is Fred Warner. And this is Nick Bosa. But yeah. Do you have anyone you'd add to your list?
I'd say Morgan Freeman. What's it, Mr. Bean? He's always cool. Shaquille O'Neal, honorable mention.
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman's dead.
Is he dead?
Yeah, like
shut the fuck up.
That's my shut the fuck up of the week. He just died. You're gonna bring him up like that? No, but yeah, he really did die. R.I.P. Thanks for.
When did he die?
Not that long ago, actually.
You're lying.
Nope. Google it. Next to you, 49ers.
That movie always kind of scared me.
What, the Pee Wee movie?
Big Adventure. There's something really creepy about that movie.
Yeah, it was a little weird. But he's dead now, so thanks.
Well, I heard he was a weirdo too.
Well, aren't we all?
Remember all the rumors? I don't know if this was ever true or not, but he was like caught like masturbating in a movie theater or something like that. Was that true, or is that just one of those things that we
real.
made up?
There's like a mugshot and shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to one of the legends.
One of the greatest to ever do it.
Okay. So that's my sexiest man. But I really do have an issue with. I like who won. I'm a big Jim Halpert fan. And he actually looks good in some of these pictures. Like, I can see why he's, like, okay, there's like a little niche to him. But what are we really basing? What's the criteria for this? That's my only issue. Moving on. Okay. I'm going to ask you something. Have you ever been in a relationship and it's kind of fizzling out? It's kind of like, oh, man, like, and you try to do something to try to save the relationship. There's a lot of idiots out here who do the whole, like, let's have a kid to save the relationship. Bakersfield, it's a very popular tactic here in Bakersfield.
Doesn't that always work?
You just have another kid, get pregnant, and lock her down for at least 9 months with me. Probably closer to a year. Stick around for 3 months.
That's true.
Have you ever done anything crazy to try to save a relationship?
No.
Well, there's a report that couples are now... no.
Oh. Well.
But here's what couples are doing now. It's like a trending thing now. Couples are turning to kinky sex to save their relationships. Kinky sex.
Is like the last resort.
Yes, but I also feel like... is this not one of those things that screams like... I feel like if you're a kinky couple... You know that right off the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how do they try to get kinky later?
Yeah, like we can't be like the boring old like missionary and like
smacking them around type shit.
Yeah, just
how you gonna bring that up?
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
4 years in.
Exactly. 3-4 years in, and then they're just gonna look at you and be like, you don't know how to use those handcuffs. We'll put those away. Like
Where'd you get these? The joke store?
Spencer's
Magic store? Spencer's Gifts?
What's that magic store in Vegas?
I don't know.
I used to be all into that. That was like one of the places that I would want to go when I was little. But anyways, I just think it's weird. Like, how do you bring that up? Like, if you're in a relationship and it's struggling and you're not a kinky sex couple, I don't know how you bring that up. I don't know how you bring it up organically. I don't know how you bring it up in the sense of like, hey, do you want to... like, what are you going to just pull beads out of your ass and be like, hey, you down to try something a little different?
Check out what I brought home.
Handcuffs and beads.
How do you bring that in?
That's not even key. That's like...
in?
Yeah, exactly.
That's just even like a smidge.
The wildest you've gotten is like spit in her mouth or something, and then...
this dude's gonna...
and all of a sudden you want to bring in like, here, if I had a little toy for you.
What was that for?
Slap me.
Smack me.
Slap me harder. Like, oh gosh. There's also like levels to kinking.
What did you say?
Like there's levels
between.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
nothing. You get so shy all of a sudden. That's nothing. I was just nothing.
Fuck did you say to me?
The fuck did you say?
Especially if you're not like an assertive guy where you kind of do things like
this dorky ass fucking dude.
That's what I picture. I'm like, I gotta save this relationship. And then all of a sudden
take that.
They're just take that.
Take it.
Put these on. She's gonna look at him and be like, shut the fuck up, Steve.
What did you say, Steve?
Shut up, Steven. You gotta go to work at Best Buy tomorrow. You talk about you want to eat my butt. What are you supposed to do? Just fucking lay down on bed with your legs behind your head, hoping she gets the hint?
Raise a flag. Steven, wear your drawers. While your pants down.
I got these edible candy underwear. Where the hell did you get these?
Where'd you get these, Steven?
Who told you where to buy these? Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when you're kinky, you kind of know it right off the bat.
As a last-ditch effort to save a relationship. That's funny.
I feel like that's... last ditch is a perfect way to... because it's going to go one or two ways. It's going to be like, I am repulsed by your attempt to do this, or... hey, maybe this is good. And I don't think it's going to save it as much as it's going to like, okay, well, maybe we found something new and just kind of kick the can down the road. We'll deal with this later. But I wouldn't know how to bring that up. Like, You ever seen these beads before? I don't even know, like, really kinky stuff. I know beads, handcuffs, edible underwear. What else? Add to this list, please.
This list is shorter than your male your male sexiest men alive. You only got 3. You got 87 names on there, pal. There's more that continues on the other side.
I really had to work hard to nail it down to like 5 guys that I thought were hot, but I can only think of 3 sex toys.
You got the handcuffs.
You got the beads.
And I'm out.
Handcuffs, beads, edible underwear, maybe a mask.
A mask? What, like a fucking ski mask or something?
No, like one of those leather masks.
Freddy versus Jason shit?
Yeah, you never know what people are into.
Ninja Turtle mask?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything else you want to mention while we're here? Oh, big event this weekend. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Who do you got?
You know what? I would love to see Mike Tyson just absolutely knock him the fuck out, but I really don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
If it was, it would be like the first round, the first like 30 seconds of the fight. Other than that, I mean, he's older. Like, if you watch, do you remember the one that we saw like a couple years ago that he did? Like, dude, he's old, you know?
Yeah, he was old then.
Yeah.
And that was like, what, 3 or 4 years ago?
Literally, like 3 or 4 years ago. And the dude was gassed after, like, because, yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
So, seeing this young dude fight fucking Mike Tyson old, I just want him to get one good fucking punch in, though.
Yeah.
Or just knocks his ass out.
It'd be nice to see.
That'd be worth it.
Well, that's what they say. It's kind of like that song, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. You know he's still got that one punch
that's
in
what
him.
I'm saying.
Like,
that's all it takes.
but I just don't believe that these things are like truly like,
No,
you know, it's all script. Hey,
rigged.
pull your punches a little bit. And
True.
for Jake Paul's shtick to kind of continue, he can't lose these
He
fights.
can't.
He has to keep winning to keep selling the
He
fights.
lost the one with was it Tommy Fury though, right?
Yeah, but then he comes back. He knew he had the Mike Tyson one in his pocket. He's like, I know
True.
this isn't going to affect that. If anything, it's going to be a bigger comeback. But
Who you got?
I kind of feel the same way as you. It's like, it'd be nice to see a knockout just for entertainment purposes. But it's on Netflix. I have Netflix. It's going to be free. I'm watching. You watching?
Oh, it is on Netflix, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's on my birthday, 15.
There it is. Yeah, on the 15th. It's going to be Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I got to look at the odds. Should we place a bet on it? What do you think?
What do you mean?
What the odds are?
In California?
Shut the fuck up.
That's the shut the fuck up of the week. Let's take a
You
look.
could look at betting lines. It's not
Yeah.
illegal to look at them.
Why are you sweating, pal?
In the state of California. What's that Dumb and Dumber line? He's like, you know what's illegal to cure in the state of Pennsylvania? Dumb and Dumber.
So what I think, yeah, because what would it be? I want to say Jake Paul may be favored because he's a younger dude, obviously. So I don't think
He's always heavily favored in these.
Yeah, probably because he sets him up, so people know.
Fighting. Here we go. Boxing. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Jake Paul is minus 255.
Really?
For those who are new here, minus 255 means you have to bet $255 to win 100.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tyson is almost double your money, plus 195.
So if I bet $100, it makes you $100.
It makes you 195. Yeah.
195.
Yeah. So
Well,
those are the betting odds.
It's just a pick 'em. No like knockout stuff or anything.
There is. You can go over under rounds 5.5.
I would say over 5 rounds. Don't you think?
You think it's going to go the distance? I think
what's
so
the
too.
distance? Isn't it like 10, 12 rounds?
I want to say it's 8. Don't quote
8
me on
rounds?
that. But it's saying over 5. I think it goes over 5 for sure. You got to give people the show.
Exactly. Show.
So yeah, I mean,
lock me in. $6 million. If it
$6
hits,
million. Well, you did have a nice hit earlier.
Yeah, I did.
This week.
It was pretty
Miami
healthy.
Dolphins. Oh, Thursday Night Football. Let's get a pick on that.
Who's playing tomorrow anyway?
Eagles and Washington Commanders.
Okay. Commanders are actually supposed to be good right now, right?
Yeah, they just lost to my Steelers, but go ahead. Proceed.
Who's your quarterback right now?
Russ. Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Dangerous Russell Wilson.
Oh wait,
That is dangerous. Remember that Subway commercial?
no.
I'll make my pick. I think the Commanders are going to win and beat the Eagles. Coming off a loss against the Eagles are the better team. There's no doubt. Like, if you look talent-wise, they are top to bottom better. I think the defense is improving a little bit. I think Jaden Daniels has a nice bounce back game. Give me the Washington Commanders, and I think they're underdog, so that would pay out pretty nice.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to go.
What are you thinking?
I kind of like that reasoning. I'm not gonna lie.
The Eagles should be favorite. Let me look at these lines here. This is what these degenerate stuff. Look, Washington pays plus 163. Eagles are favored by 3.5. So minus 3.5. That half is a big number. So it'll be fun. Thursday night football. Mike Tyson, your birthday. What do you got planned? Do you have any wishes for your birthday or anything that you're gonna do? Anything exciting? Anything that you want to wrap up the show?
Wishes. Just wish we all have a good, because it's coming up to the holidays now. It's always my birthday, and then it leads into Thanksgiving, and then it leads into all the holidays always, and then the New Year's. But I feel like it's like a little slide, right? But then it's like, I just hope by the new year, shit just for everybody just gets that much better, you know?
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to go through the holidays, but once it hits the new year, you know, like everybody keep going.
Yeah. There's that New Year's like depression. Once all that shit ends, like all the holidays, it's like the January blues.
Yep.
It'll be interesting. But that's when NFL playoffs are. So
no, we're fucked.
But yeah, that's gonna do it. So you're off to have a good weekend. Happy birthday. It's a little early. We're recording this. This will be out Thursday, so tomorrow it'll be officially his birthday. Y'all go make sure you wish him a happy birthday. But other than that, I think we're locked in. We're locked and loaded. I had a lot of fun this episode.
That's a wrap.
Content was too easy on this one.
Too easy.
I love you. Say it back. Thank you so much for listening. Check us out on socials. I'm at I Love You Say It Back. One last question. Are you going to be in town for Thanksgiving? I'm actively recruiting for Turkey Bowl.
Any of your 49ers going to be on that team?
Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Christian McCaffrey. I got him.
Then I won't be.
Hey, we need about 3 more guys. So
Turkey Bowl?
Yeah, Turkey Bowl. It's the fucking best way to do Thanksgiving. So yeah, if you want to come play, hit me up. Send me your measurables. Send me a picture of you just in boxers, just so we can get an idea of what type of player we're going to be getting. We need some running backs and stuff like that.
I'll be at church that day.
Alrighty. Y'all have a great night. Sleep good. Because you're listening to I Love You Say It Back on socials at ILY Say It Back Pod across all social platforms. I'm at Vic D Radio. That is C's. What's your social media?
CZAR.Juarez.
Y'all have a great one. Sleep good. I love you. Thank you for joining us.
Ooh.